Today's November 16th. It's about 7:30. Came up here to where the clear cut is, where I got my ladder stand, and plan on coming out here on Wednesday and filling this up. But you see that they have cleaned every drop of feed out of this thing, so we'll fill that back up with 150 pounds of feed. I've got another camera in here. We'll see if it took any pictures. Let's see what I've got up in here. It's really changed this, so they cut right up to the edge here. It's hard to see, but that right there is my stand, so I'm a little bit skied. I've got, the tree is definitely narrower than my shoulder, so I'm gonna look like a big bump out there. It's far enough away that I don't really think it's going to matter too much. Be probably better to move it out here where it's a little thicker and I can get hit a little bit better. But for this season, we'll leave it where it is. So I'm gonna put out 50 pounds of sweet feed and then 100 pounds of corn. Give you an idea of the crap they did out here. This used to be, just absolutely a bramble, completely thick. I cut with the tractor some little lanes to move the deer this way. If you go right over here, you can see how they open this thing up, which may not be a bad thing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep people and traffic out of this thing. But they came up, they used these third rows to drag the trees out. So, just 1/3 row off of my stand, I've got these huge lanes that they've drug up. There's one here. It goes up and splits, so they did like a little turnaround here. Came down with the trucks, loaded them up, and then went back up out this way. So what I'm gonna try to do is, well, that's a nice track. That's a big track. I'm gonna come in here and try to plant this. So I'm gonna come in with a disc harrow. You can see all the roots. They did a pretty good job of tearing up all the roots. It's gonna be rough, but if I can kind of get stuff cut up, the shallow roots, and let them die, and then come in with the turning plow and go real shallow with that, and maybe cut up some more roots and get it deep enough, and then put some kind of a clover in here that can tolerate the shade. It's not really going to like the acidic soil. I might have to lime the crap out of it, but it's I'm liking these tracks in here. Some big deer. At any rate, I'm putting the feed out tonight, or this morning early. Then I got to decide if I'm going to hunt tonight or maybe tomorrow night. Almost hit 2 deer driving up here this morning. It's full moon, but they're up running around all over the place. I got back home from the camp, put the corn out. Had a couple of upgrades to do to the tractor. Bought this Ambull. It's a 2-pack tractor bucket grab hook set. So basically what this is, I've got it set up here on my bucket, and to run the chain through this so we can lift stuff up. Got a culvert that I want to lift up and carry down to a creek crossing. You can see that's got a backing plate on it, and those things are pretty nice. Did a pilot bit, then a 1/2-inch bit, 18mm bolts, and so then we'll loop through that, down around the culvert, back up into that, then be able to carry that concrete culvert down to where we need to go. And the other thing I wanted to get was, I've been having issues with just carrying stuff, you know, carry a lot of junk. You see, I had stuff I had in the bucket the last time I was out. The one thing was a chainsaw. So I wanted to get a chainsaw scabbard. And so I just bought this one off Amazon. I don't even know what the name of it was. But it's got a, this is kind of an inset here. Drops down in here. And then the saw sits in that. And it just bolts around the back of the support for the bucket. Everything stays out of the way. Kind of except, you know, just got to move the saw to get my grease zerks. But, you know, that's really all it is, just a couple bolts, a couple nuts, two big strong brackets, and that thing sits in there. And that'll sit in there. And this is kind of a plastic, so it doesn't eat up your blade. But I kind of like that. It's completely out of the way of everything, so saw can sit right there. It's right when you get off, it's ready to go. Got to do something in here. I need to make a holder for the tool for this, the tightening tool. So a couple more things to do. Those are some much needed upgrades on this tractor. I had one hook down here I was using just to tow or, you know, drag stuff. I got to get that out now. Probably move that up, just up here in the middle, and have it sit up there. But other than that, after the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of clearing in that clear cut, moving trees and stuff around. There's a lot of hardwood down up there. I hope to get up there and get some firewood. We use this tractor a lot for that. Probably cut it, drop it right in the bucket, take the tractor out, load it right in the truck, so I can reduce the number of times I have to handle wood. When you're cutting firewood, it gets a little ridiculous sometimes. How often you have to handle it before it gets to its final spot in your wood pile. But that's it for today.